Hello, is anybody there? I've kept Theo hostage for a moment to take his picture with me. As you can see, he loves it. Hi, everybody. How have you been? I guess I should shut this blind here behind me so that I'm not blinding you with the sun. Although that doesn't really help, does it? It's so nice that there's actually sun today. I'll just turn the computer instead. So nice that there's actually sun today. Yay! Even though we also have snow. Hello, Brian. Hey. I thought I would take a few minutes to go live since I haven't been here in what feels like forever. So hello, everyone. And the dog and the cat are over in the window, looking out the window together. So that you can see them peeking out the window. There's Hobie. Hello. Anyway, hi. I'm gonna knit for a while. I am knitting today, nothing in particular. I am just knitting for the sake of knitting. And I just got home from work and I thought the sun is out and we've got decent daylight for a change. So why not spend a few minutes with you? Hello, I do remember you. Hello, welcome. So I have out a tiny little promotional ball, very tiny little promotional pull skein of chic sheep yarn. And I knew that I felt like I was in the mood to stitch, but I didn't know what. And so I thought I would just knit a while. And so I will just knit until I run out of yarn. I don't think this is even going to end up being anything useful. Sometimes I like to just stitch for the sake of stitching without anything in mind, without a project in mind, without any kind of pattern in mind. So I'm just randomly knitting for the fun of it. How about you? Do you ever do that? Do you ever just randomly knit? Hello, Carrie. How are you? So, what do you have on your hooks and needles these days? So I just have this random fuchsia thing, and I am using circular needles, but I'm knitting back and forth because literally the needles were right there next to the ball. So I thought I would grab it and just start. Sometimes if you don't start, you don't finish, right? So sometimes you just have to start whether you have a plan or not. At least that's my belief. So now I get to decide, do I want to do a purl row or a knit row? Because I'm not using a pattern, so I can kind of do whatever I want. And you see Theo there has discovered my pet reindeer and a big vase full of pens. So hopefully he is not a jerk. Hopefully he does not knock them all down. You know how cats are wont to do. So tell me about your plans. Do you have holiday gift giving with yarn going on these days? Do you have any things that you're feverishly trying to finish this week before next week? And I hear the dog getting into something. I don't even want to know. Sometimes I don't want to know. So I know Christmas is coming up next week, and Hanukkah is also coming up next week. I think it starts on sundown on the 22nd this year. So maybe you've got some holiday crafting going on at your house. So I've got, we have had cookie baking extravaganza galore going on. Mara was home last weekend and she got a ton of baking done. So now we've been partaking of the baking. And so that's been a lot of fun. I don't know this. So last year, if you guys remember, for Christmas, I did the the veggie tray showdown. So I had a lot of fun with that video. But this year, I've been assigned a cheese ball. And I think I'm going to bring soft pretzel bites because for our Christmas, we do Christmas Eve at my mother-in-law's house, and we basically only do appetizers because everybody loves party food. And everybody usually fills up so much on appetizers that they're not hungry for dinner. So we decided a few years ago to only do appetizers. So my appetizers that I am bringing are a cheese ball, my favorite cheese ball, and soft pretzel bites with probably a beer cheese. So, cheese with every with every appetizer, there's like cream cheese and everything. So I'm not doing the Veggie Tray Showdown. Carrie, you're finishing a beanie for your brother in black. Oh, that's true love. You must love your brother a lot. So that's the running joke. Black yarn can be so hard to see, and so it's a labor of love to do something black, isn't it? So I hope you can get it finished. How far along are you? What pattern are you using? What yarn are you using? I need all the details. You're a Knitting Guild holiday potluck tonight. Ooh, Italian pizzelle cookies. My roommate in college was Italian, and she used to make those. And I admit that I think, is that an almond flavor? It's not one of my favorite, but boy, are they gorgeous to look at, aren't they? Do you have a pizzelle maker, or do you stamp them with some kind of not a cookie cutter, but a cookie imprinter? I don't know the right word. Maybe you can teach me the right word. So, excuse me, I've had a cough for quite a while, and now it gets me when I laugh or breathe too deeply. So I'm not doing the Veggie Tray Showdown. Basic stocking stitch and worsted weight chic sheep. That's what I'm using here, chic sheep. What color? In the black. So that's going to be good. That's going to be a nice hat. He's going to like it. Often people who want crochet from us want something very basic, which is kind of boring sometimes for us to make it. But if it gets worn, then hey, I guess it's worth it. Hobie, what you doing? Hobie, because I heard a whole lot of plastic going on. You're in Australia. Hello. It is now almost 5 o'clock, 4:44, my favorite number, 4:44. So it's 4:44 in the afternoon on Tuesday, the 17th of December. So Carlene, you just got back from visiting your mom in care home and found, yes, I'm on live. Hello, how are you? You love pizzelle cookies, do you? Okay, yeah. So it's 4:44. I am in Ohio in the United States, which is right kind of in the middle, the eastern side of the middle. So excellent. Time differences are confusing. Absolutely. It's Wednesday there. So that's good. That's good. So you can tell me the future. How does tomorrow look? Yeah, so today is Tuesday. It is 4:44 in the afternoon. And yeah, I remember when Mara was in South Korea, it was like 13 hours ahead. So you must be on the same time as South Korea. So, because they were 13 hours ahead. So that makes sense. So you're up early today, Carrie. That's early in the morning. Yes. Let's see. Is it going more? Make sure I can see everybody on my live chat. Okay. So, anyway, so maybe I should do a cheese ball video. Since I did the Veggie Tray Showdown video, maybe I should make something out of my cheese ball. 2:45 p.m. in Arizona. Nice. I hope you're having good weather in Arizona. Hey, doggy. Okay, here he comes. He's all right. I don't know what you've been doing. Wrestling with paper and plastic. I'll probably find the remnants of whatever it is in a few moments when we're done here. But I wanted to spend some time with you. It's going to be approximately 100 degrees today, whereas Monday was only 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, weather's crazy. Yes. So we had snow the last 2 days, but it's been hovering right around freezing. So it's that kind of dangerous fine line between ice and snow. And so luckily the sun is out right now, and so that keeps it at a slushy mess instead of an icy mess. So we'll take that. So concentrating on decreased rows of the beanie before going to work. Ah, yes. Well, Carrie, you're up early and quite dedicated, so that's really good. Okay. I don't even want to know what he's got now. So again, I have to pause to go see what mischief this critter is in. I put my knitting down. Hey, what do you got? Mystery solved. Okay, so my husband volunteers for St. Vincent de Paul, which is an organization that is Catholic, and we provide like food and stuff to people who need it. Well, anyway, one of his teammates on the St. Vincent de Paul thing brought over a bunch of canned goods and stuff so that we're going to distribute them among the people who need them. Well, apparently, Hobie found a bag of toilet paper that is going in the goods to our neighbors in need, and he decided to rip it open. So guess who's going to be going to buy toilet paper to give to our neighbors because Hobie destroyed a package? Yeah, it never ends. So you all friends with, did I just add a row? I wonder if I did. I wonder if when I put it down, I got confused. I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I added a row. Who knows? Maybe I added a short row. That's the good thing about knitting just for the sake of knitting, or crocheting just for the sake of crocheting. It doesn't matter. The whole point of it is to just enjoy the process and to touch yarn again and feel a little bit more inspired. So I'm just making some knitting. It's not going to end up being anything. It will probably not be a thing. It might even, maybe I'll sew the ends together and make a coffee cozy, or maybe I won't. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I just make stuff just to make stuff. Oh, so let's see, 4:45 in Massachusetts, 3:45 in Oklahoma. Wish you didn't have to work. Just wanted to say hi. Oh, yes. Hello. Hi, Deborah. Have a great day. So you're going to work your second shift then, I guess. Okay. Leslie, oh no, there's an advertisement with a puppy trailing toilet paper through the house on Australian TV. That is funny. Well, I got it before he started carrying it around, but like the side is all crunched and bitten up. So yeah, I guess it's ours now and I have to go buy a replacement. So such is life with a puppy. It happens. He's quite a mischievous little 12-pound bundle of furry energy. So maybe he will settle down one day, or maybe he won't. I don't know. Maybe he will be high energy forever. Although I don't hear him running around now, so he's probably sleeping. I don't know. He takes like 15-minute naps, and that's it. Reminds me of Mara when she was little. She gave up napping the day Patrick was born and has never been a great sleeper. So it's okay. It's okay. There's other things to be happy about. You do lots of swatches just to play with stitch patterns. That's a great idea. I'm not even doing that. I'm doing basic like knit and purl randomly when I feel like it. So I'm not even doing a stitch pattern. The whole purpose of this knitting is just to play with yarn, kind of get back in the habit of playing with yarn, enjoy playing with yarn, not think too much. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's okay. There's no need. There's no pressure. So we'll see. I do want to do a bunch of stuff. I just have not had a moment. I've been working on getting some class proposals together. So I'm going to be teaching in, like doodling with yarn. Yeah. I'm going to be teaching in April in Burlington, Kentucky, I think. I think that's about an hour away from where I am. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it. So Burlington, Kentucky in April. So if anybody, if I get details and if that's open to the public, I will let you know. There's a guild there that is going to be hosting me. We've been talking back and forth about the type of project that they want me to teach and how long they want me to teach and how many people they want me to teach and stuff like that. We've been discussing it on and off for a few weeks. So it looks like that is actually going to happen. That's like early in April. I want to say it's like the 4th or something. So it's like early in April. I think I'll have to look at the dates. And that is in I think it's Burlington, Kentucky. So keep your ears posted for that one. And then also, if you are out west of the country, like Colorado way, I'm hoping to be at the Estes Wool Market in June. I think that's when it's held, in June every year. So keep your ears to the ground on that one. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it to the Estes Wool Market in June in Estes Park, Colorado. So I'll keep you posted. If you hear of any other events that you want me to attend or to get in touch with the organizers and see if they'd like to have me come, then let me know. Or if you have a guild that hosts speakers and you want to see if I can make it, let's compare notes. Let's compare calendars and see what happens. So that would be fun. So I am just knitting along, and it looks like when I did put my knitting down earlier, I did switch stitches. So I have a random purl row in the middle of my knit row, and I don't really care. I'm not even going to undo it. I'm not even going to tink it. It doesn't even matter. The whole point is just to play with the yarn. What are you playing with right now? Are you making purposeful projects, or are you just yarn doodling? Yes, he is awake. That was probably a nap. That 5 minutes where you heard nothing was probably his afternoon nap. And that's it. It's over. So kind of funny. Yeah, I just randomly put some pearls in there. Oh, well, I'll just keep going. No reason not to. It's just nice to feel this lovely yarn. It's a kind of a magenta, not magenta, what's the word? It's kind of a fuchsia color. Yeah, he got that out of the donation basket, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, so, what do you do? So let's see, what do I want to do now then, since I just purled? It doesn't matter. No crochet quoting work projects. Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like fun. That does not sound like fun. But hey, yay for having work, right? Not everybody does. At least that's what I tell myself. I do enjoy my work, but also it would be nice to be independently wealthy and be able to play with yarn whenever I want instead. So it's all good. You're crocheting a blanket. Started it last night in V-stitch using up old balls, but not really feeling good about it. Leslie, what's got you hung up about it? Is it a color problem? Is it what do you feel like is not happy about it? Are you not liking the size, or are you not liking the color combination? You're also crocheting a mesh shawl in gradient yarn cake. It's a wrap. Well, that's good. I find It's a Wrap is really thin yarn for me, though. I really prefer like DK or worsted, because otherwise it just feels like it's taking forever. As I noticed that this knitting always feels like it's taking forever also. Do you feel that way about knitting also? Do you feel like knit feels like it's taking forever? What do I want to make? I still want to make a hat. I still want to write that cowl pattern for you guys. The off to college cabled cowl. I still haven't written down that pattern. I have it all the notes though. So I need to do that. And what else? There's always something on my to-do list. Mostly what I'd like to do is get back on here on YouTube a lot more. I'd like to spend my Christmas break from school kind of making several tutorials and videos for you guys so that I can start posting them every Wednesday for a while and be kind of ahead. That would be great. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? I did get a couple of new Tunisian books, so I'm playing with leafing through the pages and seeing which ones excite me to do some video tutorials for you. Hot in Australia. Yes, your summer is starting. Finished after years, your knitted boomerang shawl. Whoa, congratulations on the fasten off. That's good. That is good. Yeah, I don't even know how many unfinished projects I have. I'm sure there are a lot, a lot. A lot of times I'll just swatch and then I never finish it, or I put it aside, or it goes in a swatch bucket so that when I'm ready to do a project, I've got ideas already kind of started. But I don't have any commissioned work right now of things that absolutely must be done by a deadline. So that's kind of nice. So I'm just going to knit until I use up this yarn, and then I'll see what happens, or not. Or maybe I won't even finish it because sometimes that's what happens. I really do believe in kind of going with the flow in terms of knitting and crocheting. If it inspires you, you should do it. If it doesn't, then don't. You know, it's easy to start feeling bogged down by your hobby and your passion. And why do that? You know, why it's supposed to bring you joy. So if it's bringing you down, then it's time to switch gears. Have I ever heard of the Icelandic bind off? No. First time stretchy was awesome. Okay, well, I'll have to look it up. I don't know that one. I will look that one up. I don't know what I'll do. I haven't decided yet what kind of bind off I will do for this little knit doodle that I am playing with, because I'm totally making it up as I go, because why not? Let's see, what else is going on in the world? Mara will be home this weekend after exams this week. And so, having completed her first semester, hopefully, in just a few days, on the Off to College series is off to a good start. So, we've got a couple of the spruce hat was an off to college. The blanket was an off to college item. So, those are both available on the YouTube channel. And I want to do the off to college cabled cowl, which she might be using this week because it is awfully chilly in Indiana. You purchased many skeins of Aussie Merino in Black Friday sales. Ooh, still trying to decide on your next project, and many colors. Well, yeah, I can see that would be fun. When you buy something new, it's like, what am I going to do? And it's hard to decide what to do. So, hey, there's always my one skein crochet book. If you're tight on ideas. Here comes the doggo again. Doggy, hobby. He's crazy. Hey, Adele, good to see you. Thank you for the hugs. I will take them. I will always take good wishes and good vibes and prayers. Thank you very much. So we're doing pretty okay. Hi, Chiquita. Yeah, that's cute. We are in a holding pattern in life right now. We're in between. My stepdad is still sick. He's still doing the bouncing between intensive care and nursing home and home, intensive care nursing home, home, intensive care nursing home, home. He's done that cycle probably 6 or 8 times in the past year. So currently he has just left the ICU and is back in the nursing home. So he's in the nursing home stage of the cycle right now. So my so he it is what it is. I'll probably go for Christmas and hang out with him, bring some yarn to keep him company and let my stepmother have a day off. So I'll probably do that on Christmas Day. So I guess maybe I should plan a pattern for that. Maybe I should get excited about bringing some yarn and think about a new project and maybe even a one skein project, because I bet I could even get it done in a day while I visit. So we shall see. Maybe I should make something for him while I'm sitting there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, it's the end of the year. I am pretty well known for making New Year's resolutions as it pertains to crochet. So, of course, my New Year's resolutions, I need to conclude my 2019 New Year's resolutions for crochet. My goals always include, they're more goals than they are resolutions, but I need to get my receipts in order for the tax preparer for 2019. That's always the last task of the year. So that needs to get done. And then starting 2020, of course, YouTube will be top on my goals list of things to accomplish, is to continue the momentum that I had created with your help in 2020. Maybe I should start the year with a giveaway. Yeah, would that be fun? Always to get my momentum back up and going, I find a giveaway is a fun thing to do. So I am going to go through my office and do some straightening. And as I do some straightening, maybe I can find some inspiration for a giveaway. Yay, that would be fun. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, thank you. You used a very pink knit tutorial for an I-cord cast on for the shawl. That's kind of neat. I like the idea of an I-cord cast on. I like the idea of I-cords as an edging in general. So, of course, I sort of do that. Sometimes in crochet, I feel like the double slip stitch, when you put 2 of those in one after the other, a double slip stitch row and then another double slip stitch row, that turns into what looks like a knitted I-cord. And when you put that on an edging, I do kind of like that rounded-ish texture of a faux I-cord with a double slip stitch. And if you don't know what I mean, you can check out my special stitches tutorial playlist for the double slip stitch. Also, the double slip stitch is used in the horizontal slouch hat, which is in my One Skein Crochet book. And so the tutorial there is to help you out. But of course, you can use that tutorial for free on anything, any projects, not just the horizontal slouch hat. You haven't tried the double slip stitch. It's fun. I really like it. And it isn't necessarily just an edging. Like, you can put it in the middle of a project as well. But when it's on the edge, I think it looks like a knitted I-cord. But you can also put it within the project for texture, which is one of my favorite stitches that I learned from Renee Barnes a few years ago. And so I've applied it to different projects off and on since then, because I just really like it. So this is kind of turning out kind of cute. It's just, I guess you can't really see it. It's hard. There's like a purl row and then a knit row and then a purl row and then like 4 knit rows and then a purl row. So it's hard to see the texture in this light. It's Yeah, kind of a waste. Sorry, I can't really show you. It doesn't really show up real well in this lighting. The sun is going down quick here in Ohio. The lighting has already changed since we started almost 30 minutes ago. So the light is changing quickly. Knitted piping. I don't know. I'm not sure I know what you mean by a knitted piping. I do know what a knitted I-cord is. And if you were to have an I-cord around a piece, that's kind of like what a crocheted double slip stitch looks like. You thought the third loop crochet slip stitch was interesting for horizontal stripe. Third loop crochet slip stitch. I'm not sure I know what that means. I've seen a lot of stitches in my day, but that one does not ring a bell. The third loop crochet slip stitch. I will have to look that one up. That sounds like fun. I always love learning new things. So it's getting dark already. Wonder how much longer I can knit by the light of the by the window. You can see there's some snow out there. Maybe you can't because it's too bright. There's some snow out there from the last couple days. So, and finally some sun today, which is nice. I'd rather have sun and cold than warm but gloomy. What do you think? That sun makes a big difference. The knitted I-cord is how the Icelandic bind-off looks. Okay, I'll have to look that one up. I'm always looking to improve my knitting and crochet skills. And tonight for dinner, I'll have to think about dinner plans. So I'm sorry, Carrie, is it you that's up at 5 in the morning? So on your way to work? Yes. So it's like, I'm sitting here talking about dinner and it's breakfast time for you. So yes, dinner will be soon. I need to figure out what the heck I'm making for dinner. I did bake, put some chicken on the grill pan last night. And while I was doing that, the rest of the chicken from the package, I threw in a casserole. So I guess I can warm up the casserole tonight. It's chicken and broccoli and egg noodles, and I don't know. I just threw a bunch of stuff in the pan and put it in the oven. I didn't even follow a recipe, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm not usually a very adventurous chef, and my family is not very adventurous eaters, so it could end up being a big fail. Or they can love it. You never know. It could be their new favorite thing. Excuse me. So my best size yarn and hook and pattern, oh my goodness, it's a lot. And then it turns the stitches over so it makes like a knitting, but sideways. Okay, so my favorite yarn is probably, I don't know, I like worsted a lot. I mean, I know it's kind of, I don't know, boring, but I like worsted. I also like DK. So if it's a blanket, I probably like worsted. If it's a sweater, I probably like DK weight. And I like the size I hook is probably my favorite. And yeah, I probably have more I hooks than any other size. I think that one's probably my favorite. My favorite pattern, my best size yarn, hook, and pattern. My best pattern. Well, it depends. I think I'm awfully proud of the greenery hat in One Skein Crochet. I'm also very proud of the driftwood cap. My sunny spread pattern has been made, my blanket pattern has been made more times than any other pattern I've ever had, the sunny spread pattern. So you can check databases. You can probably also just search it on Google and find sunny spread. It's kind of like it's a square motif, but it's almost like almost looks like a wagon wheel or a sand dollar. It's got some spokes of post stitches, and it's really fun and easy. And people really made it many, many times with a lot of success. So that's probably my most popular successful pattern of all time. And then I don't know. I mean, it's hard to even remember. I think I've made close to 400 patterns, so it's hard to remember them all. Some of them I love, some of them I don't. That's okay. Let's see. You've done a third loop half double crochet before. That gives a knitted look. You're working and letting this run and just looking at comments occasionally. That's fine, Deborah. I understand. Third loop. I don't know that I've ever heard that term, third loop, unless you mean Tunisian crochet, but I've never heard that term, third loop. So I will have to look that up and see what you mean. Perhaps I am out of the loop and need to learn something new to get back in the loop. So as the light is fading fast, I probably ought to finish this row and then let you go and figure out what I'm making for dinner, if I'm just going to warm up that casserole. And thank you very, very much for sticking with me as I spend a little time just knitting away for the sake of knitting. The third loop is otherwise known as back loop or third bar. Okay. I'm amazing. Thank you, Diana. That's very unexpected and kind of you to say. I appreciate it. Okay. Third loop. I will look it up. I certainly will. Those of you who haven't had a moment, go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I posted pictures of Mara's hot cocoa cookies that she made the other day, which I really enjoyed. They had little marshmallow clouds on them, as I called them, but she's calling them the hot cocoa cookies. And so you can follow me. I think it's the Ellen Gormley on Instagram. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And then also Hobie, the dog, has his own Instagram page now. And so you can find him at Hobie Chi Poo, HOBICHIPOO, Hobie Chi Poo, because he's Hobie, a Chihuahua poodle. It was good to see you too. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. And if I don't see you live, then have a very Merry Christmas and a happy and reverent Hanukkah. And otherwise, I plan on making you some tutorials, so you may see me taped, but you probably won't see me live for a few days. And so thank you for spending this time with me. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.